Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yes, I know, I'm back. It's been forever, but I am back with a new video. So this is just a really casual sit down, get ready with me. The conversation is kind of all over the place, but I'm kind of all over the place. So with all of that said, let's just get to it. Let's play with some makeup. Let's catch up because it has been a minute. I don't even know if I know how to do this anymore. It has been so long since I have made a video that it took me a good few minutes to even figure out where to start. So yeah, let's just get into it. I just put on some lip balm. I'm obsessed. I just bought this whole gift box. This is the Dionys Nature's Original Goat Milk Skincare, and they're goat milk lip balms. And I bought just this cute little set because I tried one and now I am obsessed. This is one of the best lip balms that are out there right now, and I am very picky about my lip balms, and these ones are so good. They are they're not really slippy. I don't like my lip balms to have a lot of slip to them. I don't like my lip balms to be feeling like a lip gloss. I want them to feel more grippy and I've got a lot of moisture locked in, and I want it to stay on a really long time. And these are so good, and they don't feel too waxy, they don't feel too slippy, and they're lightly fragranced, but it hasn't been an issue, and I'm usually super sensitive to fragrance. So that was a pleasant surprise, especially this one. This is the coconut cream one. This one and the milk and honey one are so good. I'm just obsessed. So you'll probably hear me talking about them a lot more, but I have been using them incessantly. And what I like to do is I actually like to hide lip balm all over my house because I hate searching for lip balm, and I don't want to have to carry it around. I just want lip balm to kind of be wherever I need it to be at all times. I need it to be where I am. So I usually have one hidden in the living room, and then I've got one hidden by the bed, and I've got one hidden in here and in the bathroom, in my car, in my jacket pocket for when I walk the dogs. I literally have lip balm hidden everywhere. So I figured I'd just buy this cute little gift set, and then I can just hide these lip balms everywhere, and then I never have to worry, because there's nothing worse than needing lip balm and not having it just immediately accessible. There's literally no other nightmare situation in my opinion. So you'll notice that I put on my foundation just with my hands. This is the Morphe 2 Hint Skin Tint. You guys have seen my video probably. I made it this summer. I'll link it up here for you. And I really like it. Usually I would use a brush, but I have entered a new state of laziness with my routine, and so I've just been using my hands to apply my foundation lately because it's so much faster, and I feel like it looks really even and really good. This looks exactly like my skin, and with this being so thin, I feel like using my hands allows me to maximize the product, and it maximizes my time. So that's just kind of where we're at. You'll see I'm using my hands for a lot more application of product lately, and that's just where we're at. So I'm going to use the Revolution Eye Bright Illuminating Under Eye Concealer, but I'm using it in shade Deep Caramel. And I'm going to use that for my contour today. They say that this is a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury contour. I have not had the pleasure of using the Charlotte Tilbury contour. However, this one is pretty decent. It's cool toned, so it works well for my skin, at least, for a contour shade. And it says that it's illuminating, but I don't really see any shine to it. If it did have shine, it wouldn't work as well, in my opinion. But I'm just taking a brush and I'm working it up and down to make my face look skinny, because it's not skinny. And look at that magic. Now she has cheekbones. Don't worry, this looks weird. It won't look weird by the end, I promise. Or it will, and that's just the way my face is gonna look today. All right, and then I just sharpened up the cheekbone with the light side of the NYX Wonder Stick Contour Stick. This one is still one that I really, really like. But when I'm looking for a little bit more of a blended contour experience and not something that's super heavy, I do like a more liquidy contour these days. And I still prefer any sort of like liquid or cream over a powder. I just feel like I have more control and it blends in a little bit better. For concealer today, I'm going to use the Mega Last Incognito Wet n Wild Concealer. This one has really grown on me this year. I initially tried it in February, and I believe I have a video of my first impressions up on my channel. And I remember being kind of so-so about it, but it's really grown on me, especially as I've gotten away from being like a full coverage hoe all the time. Like this one is a little bit more natural. And it's really light and brightening, and it's easy to work with. And I actually keep a tube of it in my purse for emergencies because it's just so good. So what is up, y'all? What is the latest? It's been a really long time since we've sat down and played with makeup. And honestly, that's my fault. I haven't been great about keeping up this relationship. I haven't reached out. We haven't hung out in a while. I've just been kind of in my hidey hole. Something happened to me over the summer, and mainly the thing that happened to me is that I decided that I was going to watch 12 seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, I want to be honest with you, that's really how I've been spending a lot of my free time lately. And now that I am done with all of the seasons, I'm back. I'm back here making videos for all y'all. No, but in all seriousness, guys, I know that I haven't been uploading frequently, but I appreciate everyone who, even though I haven't been uploading, has discovered my channel. Welcome to my new subscribers. This channel still grew while I was away, but I'm hoping to be back and making videos more regularly. Honestly, this summer brought a lot of change, a lot of really positive change. You know, I shared that I had joined a CrossFit gym and that I was really excited about that. I've still been going. I've been going 6 days a week now since July and feeling really good, making a lot of progress on my fitness. Still have a long way to go, really, but it's really been so great for me and just building my self-confidence again and feeling strong and making healthy choices. And it's also helped me to start building community and making friends outside of my job, which is something that I really needed. Honestly, I just needed to start hanging out with and meeting people that weren't my coworkers and start building a life outside of my job. So it's been a really, really positive experience, but it has meant that my routine is just completely different. And I didn't do a great job about adjusting my filming routine along with that. And by the end of the day, in the evenings when I would have time to do something like this, I've just been freaking exhausted. It's just been so tiring. And my brain is just so fried at the end of the day that I've had a really hard time just like sitting down, playing with makeup and talking to you guys. But I've definitely really missed it. I've really missed sitting down with you guys. I've missed making videos, and I've missed the creative outlet that making videos has given me in the past. And I'm hoping to get back into that and just be better and more consistent. I wish I could make promises about what that's going to look like. I really don't know at this point exactly what I'm going to be able to commit to, but I do want to get back to regularly posting and just hanging out here and sharing what I'm enjoying, because that's what this channel is really all about. It's about sharing with each other all the things that we're loving, whether it's makeup or TV or just whatever it is. Focus on me. I want this to still be a place where we can connect on things like that. And so this channel might just look like something different every now and then, but that's something that I'm okay with, because really it's about making connections, and it's about creativity and just sitting down and practicing self-care. I think the other reason that I haven't really sat down to make movies, that I haven't sat down to make videos in a while, is the fact that I have kind of been trying to decrease my makeup consumption, or rather my consumerism. I just feel like my makeup collection has gotten a little bit out of control, and I found myself just spending most of my like disposable income on makeup, and I have enough makeup to last me a lifetime at this point. So I've really just been trying to not buy so much and just use what I have, because I have so much. And unless it's something that is, you know, a staple, something that I use every day that I'm out of, or if it's something really revolutionary or something that really just leaps out at me, then I'll go and purchase it. You know, I haven't ceased all of my makeup purchasing, like, at all. I definitely still buy things, but I'm just cutting back. And I found myself also buying a lot of things that I knew I could try on camera for you guys. And I still want to do that, but it's just become a lot. And so one of the things that I want to do this month, now that we're in December, is I really want to sit down with you guys and show you my collection, but also do like a clean out. Like, I want to get rid of stuff. There's so much stuff that I haven't touched in a very long time. And I think it's just time for a little bit of a declutter and a reorganization, and just to clear the space. So it'll like help me like clear my mind too. I don't know if you guys like feel that way ever, but you like clean out your space or you organize or whatever it is, and it helps your soul and your mind to also feel decluttered and open and clean, if that makes sense. At least that's the way it is. Like, that's the way it is for me. So really today I am just working from home, doing my thing. I don't have any meetings today except for with my therapist. Holla at Lauren. She's the best. I freaking love my therapist. I'm still seeing her. And really that's the only meeting I have today. So I'm not going to go crazy with the makeup, but I do still wear makeup literally every single day, even though I work from home most of the time. Still wear makeup every day because it's something that just makes me feel like me. And it's good to just have moments of self-care, even if it's only for you and no one's going to see it. However, today is a payroll day. I'm just running payroll and I'm just working on things for end of year. So payroll don't deserve like a full beat, if you know what I mean, but she does deserve, you know, a nice eyebrow and a cheek and an eye. You know what I mean? All right, I am slowly but surely getting my shit together. I think today I'm going to go for a little bit of a warmer toned look to go with my sweater. I don't know. Is this a cool tone red? Is it a warm tone red? Cool, right? Maybe we go with cool. Well, I've got this palette in my hand right now. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Rouge Romance. This is the like orangey shade one. I really, really like this one. Actually, now that I'm holding it up, I think we go with this shade. This is Tempting. I think it really matches my sweater. And I'm going to go in with this Eco Tools blush brush. This is one, I think I've had this for literally 10 years. And I've gotten a ton of blush brushes lately. I say a ton. I've gotten like 2 or 3 blush brushes just to try out something different. And I keep coming back to this one. This is such a good one. It's really dense. It's big, but it helps to really distribute the product super well. I'm really loving this brush again. It's just the Eco Tools blush brush. I don't have a name for it. If it ever had one, it has completely worn off. It's an oldie, but a goodie. Does this look uneven? I think it looks uneven. At least it does on camera. Or maybe that's just my face. Maybe my face is like uneven and lopsided. I'm gonna put a little more color back here. I'm still digging a little bit of that like more 80s style blush, but I do love just a rosy cheek in general. Okay, let's get these brows on. I'm still using my good old Colourpop eyebrow pencil. And I just restocked my Colourpop eyebrow pencils through their Black Friday sale. They did like 30% off site-wide. So I bought like 10 of my eyebrow pencils, which should get me through at least Q1 of 2022. But these are really the only ones that do it for you, girl. So I stocked up so that I could save a grand $2 per pencil. But if you add it up, I mean, that's like 20 bucks that I saved. I didn't order anything else from the Colourpop Black Friday sale, and I would like a round of applause, please. That is a huge accomplishment for me because I usually spend a ton of money, but it's like I was saying earlier, I'm just not buying as much lately. I'm not spending as much. I'm really trying to like save my money and put it towards better investments than an infinite makeup collection, even though I still love makeup. I mean, I always will, and I'll always wear it. I'll always need it, but I really just haven't seen anything that has majorly inspired me over the last several months. I think I just kind of like lost this like kind of almost obsession with makeup over the last several months. And I think it's because I really grew my collection over the last several years. And so now I have a little bit more of like a discerning eye, I guess, on what I like, what I don't like, what I know I'll use, what won't get used. And I really have just a better sense of like what I enjoy. And so I'm not out to just buy everything for the sake of trying it anymore. Let me come over here so you can see me struggle through this. It's really just become more about buying makeup for the sake of function, which I know sounds a little convoluted because that's literally most women. That's most people just buy makeup for the sake of function and what they're going to use on a daily basis, and not necessarily buying makeup that is just to play with or to use 1 or 2 times. Like, that's not really normal shopping behavior. I recognize that. But for me, it's something that I do enjoy playing with. I do enjoy the artistry. I still enjoy a colorful palette and a good like colorful eye and experimenting with different looks. That's not going away. But I kind of understand now that like a new palette, a new eyeshadow palette, a new foundation, like at some point, like there kind of are a lot of similarities. And I don't feel like it's, more often than not, I feel like whatever's coming out has been done before, or it's not going to be revolutionary. And so I can rely pretty heavily on the collection that I've built for myself to create certain looks. And this eyebrow pencil is out. It's a good thing I just ordered more. My stash is dwindling. I only have 2 left. I go through these like one every 2 weeks or so it's kind of important to have them just stocked up. Otherwise, I'm just going to Ulta every 2 weeks to get a new eyebrow pencil, and then I end up just like spending way more than just an eyebrow pencil, if you know what I mean. So stocking up is just really an economical decision. Wow, I am really not enjoying how my skin is looking today. It looks okay on camera, at least in the viewfinder, but in real life, I think it looks kind of bad. I think it looks bad. Oh well. Like I said, no one's going to see me today. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just going to sit here at my desk all day. I'm going to run payroll. I'm going to do some end of year stuff, some recruiting. Like, this is a very low maintenance work day, so I don't need to be going crazy. Yeah, these brows look good enough. They look good enough. For eye primer, I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer, which I've had very mixed feelings about this primer overall. And the one thing that I have discovered is that the smallest amount is the way to go. You want literally a dot, and then you also want to use your finger to distribute it, because you need this to be a really thin layer. Otherwise, it is going to crease up your eye look so hard. It's literally going to ruin your entire eye look if you put too much product on. So what I found is like the tiniest little dot, and then I just use my finger to blend it in and make sure it's fully distributed. Oh, I got some down there. There we go. See, and that's pretty medium to full coverage in terms of a primer. Look at me, camera. This is like, you know, pretty decent coverage, but if you put on too much, yes, it will help your shadows to blend more easily, but they will not stay on and they will crease. For my eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this Jaclyn Hill palette. This is the Divine Neutrals palette that came out from Morphe. I really dig this palette. It is a little bit like some of the shimmers are super greeny, which I didn't expect. And it's definitely warm toned, but I'm really enjoying it. It's a good palette. It's a good solid kind of neutral palette. So I've been really enjoying it. Like I said earlier, I've kind of been simplifying my makeup and not just my collection, but also just simplifying my makeup looks. You know, on the day-to-day, I'm trying to not spend 45 minutes to an hour every single day on my makeup, as much as I do love that. It's taking up so much of my day. And I also want to be able to be someone that, you know, if Jeremy wants to go to brunch in 20 minutes, I want to be able to get ready in 20 minutes, but be able to pull a look together that I'm proud of so that I can feel cute at brunch without having to starve him for an hour and a half waiting for me to get ready. So we have been trying to be a little bit more of a low maintenance queen lately. You know, some days we find success, some days we don't, and that's okay. Little neutral palettes like this do really help because I can just pick it up. I can pick up 3 different colors and blend them quickly on the eye. And since they're neutral and they're decent quality, I know that I'm not gonna have to spend a ton of time, and it'll just give my eyes a little bit more definition. We're trying to be considerate over here. And that's one thing that, in terms of being on time to things, it's not something I'm known for, and something that I am really trying to improve upon. I recently watched, so I just did Just Barely, this shade right over here, just all over kind of like the upper eyelid, and then I defined my crease with Good Vibes right next to it. And then I think I'm just going to take Booked right here, and I'm going to take a flat brush. I'm going to define like the outer portion of the eye, like so. So anyway, I recently watched the RuPaul Masterclass, and I loved it. It was really good, and it was really talking a lot about, you know, just kind of becoming who you need to be and building confidence and things like that. And I think it was kind of like a throwaway comment that he made, but he was like, yeah, at one point, like, I was just really addicted to the adrenaline rush of being late and of rushing around. And I realized that it was really rude and it was really inconveniencing a lot of people. And, you know, I could just choose to be on time and choose to be considerate of other people, and that could be something that was majorly transforming in his life. And I kind of just sat there and had to be real honest with myself and just be like, yeah, I don't know if it's like that I'm addicted to the adrenaline rush. It's that whenever I'm late, I am communicating to that person that they are not worth like being on time for, or that I am valuing my own time over theirs, and it's not respectful, you know? It's really, I'm not late intentionally all the time. It's that I am just not really good at managing my time well when it comes to going places generally. And even just like working remotely and joining meetings virtually, I'm not really great about being on time to meetings and things like that. Like meeting deadlines in terms of the work that I have to do, like that's not really an issue, but it's just attending appointments. I can be really late and it's really rude. It just is what it is. It's really rude to the other person. And it's something that I'm trying to be better about. Like I'm really trying to just be an on-time queen or be an early queen and make sure that the people in my life know that they are worth being on time for, and that I'm not going to waste my time or like make them waste their time waiting around for me all the time. So I'm not perfect, but we're working on it. So I just took Cinnamon Roll, this really dark brown color, and I just lined my lower, just dropping things. Just line my lower lash with it, and then I'm going to take this round brush, I'm going to take it back into Booked, and I'm going to smudge out that lower lash line, and I'm going to make sure it's all married too. These shadows do blend really well. I have been gravitating more towards very matte eye looks. I'm not sure why, but especially like for work days, I'm trying to do something that looks a little bit more natural, something that's me, but something that's a little bit more natural looking. And I think matte is kind of just like the look lately. I think it's a little bit more stylish, but it does kind of speed up the process a little bit. So our eyeshadow is complete except for our inner corner. So I am just going to take this broken shade from this Colourpop Citrus Fizz eyeshadow quad. I'm really sad that it broke. I don't want to talk about it, but what I will say is that I own 3 of these Colourpop quads, and they have all broken without explanation or warning, but the glitters in them are so good that I just keep them, and I like just keep them sitting right here so that I can reach for them. Even though they're broken, like they're just so good. And that's one thing that's pissed me off from Colourpop lately is I reported that shit and they did not do anything. I was like, I know this palette was only like $6, but like, hello, I want my $6. Okay, so for eyeliner, I think I'm just going to hit my microphone and bug all of y'all. And then I think I'm going to do my waterline in this NYX pencil. This is what I've been using a lot lately. This is shade Vanilla in the Faux Whites. So it's slightly yellow. And what I find is every time I use this pencil in my lower waterline, Jeremy comments about how blue my eye looks. Because the yellow really makes the whites of my eyes look more white and the blue of my eyes look more blue. And it also opens it up without looking as abnormal as like a true white would look, because no one's eyes are like truly white. So I feel like that yellow really does something nice. And then I'm just taking a Colourpop gel liner in a brown shade. I don't know, it's worn off, but it's a brown one, and I'm just gonna line that upper lash. Okay, so for highlighter today, I am going to take an oldie but a goodie. I'm going to use my Becca Champagne Pop highlighter, which who else thinks that they were totally pulling one over on us to just get us to buy like a ton of their stuff, thinking they were going to go out of business, and then they didn't go out of business. Like, I'm just saying, conspiracies. But regardless, I still have this Champagne Pop highlighter, and I've had it for like 2 years, and I feel like I'm literally never going to run out of it. That's one thing. I have like 20,000 different highlighters. There's no way I'm ever going to run out of highlighters, but this is a really good one. Look at that. It looks so good. And then I'm going to take this Maybelline Master Chrome. This is, it doesn't have a shade name, but I know this is the like Nikki Tutorials one. It's the white one. I feel like it's called like glazed donut or something. And I'm just going to do the apple of the cheek right there. What I like to do is I like to lean my head back and kind of look at where the light hits and then highlight. You know, I used to kind of come in this way. Like, I find like leaving it out here slightly just whoa, hits different. All right. We are going to use the Urban Decay De-Slick setting spray. And let's dry that shit out. So this year I've had a really hard time with mascara for whatever reason. Mascaras that I have used religiously for like 10 years now all of a sudden smudge for me, and they transfer up onto my upper lid, which has been so annoying and frustrating. And so I feel like I have been on a true mascara journey this year to find one that was going to give me the length and the volume and the definition that I look for, but also wasn't going to transfer. I don't know if like I developed late onset like oily eyelids or something, but it has been really obnoxious. And so I have finally settled on one that I think works pretty well, and it's the Voluminous Lash Paradise. This is from, I think it's L'Oreal. Yeah, it's L'Oreal. This one, I don't love it for the lower lash. I feel like it doesn't allow me to get as in there and define those lashes as much as I usually like. But what I do like is that it gives me a ton of volume on the top. It's really easy to work with. It goes on well. And for the most part, it doesn't transfer. It doesn't smudge and it doesn't flake. And I guess that's the most I can ask for from my mascaras at this point, because there have been so many that I've tried, and I'll talk about it in another video, but there have been so many mascaras that I've tried this year that just are not working for me anymore. So if you have other mascaras that you like that don't transfer or flake or smudge, let a hoe know in the comments. So I was just cleaning in here the other day, and I found this lip liner that I hadn't seen in forever. And I was so excited. So it's like, oh, it's like trying something new all over again. I forgot I even had this. This is a Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner. This is in shade 110 Purely Nude, and I like it. I forgot how easily that went on. That looks really nice. It's almost the same color as my lips, which I like. I love it. And I think for today, I'm just going to put on a gloss. This is Fenty Beauty in shade Fussy. This is like the pinky one. And I'm just going to put that over my lip liner. That's the other thing I like about that chapstick too, by the way, the Dionis chapstick, is I can put like lip gloss or lipstick over it, and it acts as a really great primer. It's got enough of that kind of like tackiness and that smoothing texture, and it's not so slippy that it's going to create a weird texture or mess with the emulsification of the lipstick or a lip gloss. There's something about it that I really, really like. It's probably because it's beeswax based, so it has a little bit of that. It's not waxy, but it has that waxiness to it that acts as a really great primer. So note to all of y'all, definitely consider buying one. They're like $5. They're so cheap. And I've also bought a lot of expensive lip balms. I've bought a lot of them this year, and it's definitely the best by far. All right, guys, we're done. I am ready for work. I got glammed. I'm going to go run payroll. I'm going to talk to myself. I'm going to be by myself basically all day, which I'm kind of excited for. I think I kind of need it. I don't know. But I'm going to go to work, which is literally in this chair right here. But I'm going to turn off the camera and get to it and start my day. But with all of that said, thank you guys so much for being here. I know it's been a while, and I know this video is kind of all over the place, but it just feels good to be back in the saddle and making a video again and talking with you guys. I hope to be able to catch up with you in the comments, so please say hello and let me know how you're doing. Let me know if there are videos that you want to see. Just catch up and hang out. It's been really nice. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like the video, and if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. It really means a lot to me. I enjoyed making this video. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye. I can't believe I remembered my goodbye. It's literally been like 6 months. That is amazing. Go Katey. What is that, girl?